Hey, it's my first day of spring break. Well, really it's starting my spring break. I had this thing sitting in my so before I left to come wash clothes, I got this thing that I bought a while back. Shoot, I don't even remember. Since we going shopping and just be buying stuff, and I'm grateful for that. I had bought this thing. I got it from TJ Maxx. This is milk frother thing. So I always be spending my money at Starbucks. Be getting the what that thing called? I be getting the matcha. So I got a whole big thing of matcha, like the real expensive. And I just be giving Starbucks my money. I tried to make it before, but I made some this morning, and I made some breakfast before and packed it before I left. Before I left out the house. Let me sanitize my hands. I'm already ashy. I'm about to see if this gonna work, y'all. I'm about to see if it's gonna work. How y'all doing? What's happening? What's going on? What popping off this year for you? I hope all is well. If y'all want me to talk about some stuff on YouTube, because I don't be on YouTube like that. I don't have no videos that I could be just giving y'all every week or every other week. That ain't in my system right now. But if y'all give me something to talk about, I could make it happen, Captain. However you go. Where my batteries? So I got my batteries. Went to the little Dollar General over there. I walked over there. Man, everything. I got the little Energizer Bunny double A. It say double A. So I'm gonna put it in here. How mind y'all, this box, this been in the box since I got it probably about 4-5 months ago. It don't make no sense. Sometimes, when you go to the store. Oh, so one go this way. Let me see if I put this right. So one battery go this way. This is what I'm doing. Don't mind my greasy face, because it's Atlanta don't know what it want to be, hot, cold. But the way my skin set up. Okay, so I got that, and then I'm gonna switch it this way. I hope I did it right. No, because I think that, hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Let me get it right. Then I'll be back. Oh, we in a business, y'all. I'm back. I'm in a business. You feel me? And then I put it in here. I put it in here. I put the Matcha. I put almond milk. I put, it's some vanilla flavor. I have Starbucks vanilla flavor I bought from TJ Maxx. And then I put a little bit of honey in here. I hope it's giving what needs to be gave. Because I'm tired of giving, look, I'm tired of giving what that place called? Starbucks my money. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here and see what happening to mix it up. Okay, it's giving. Because, matcha is hard to mix up. So it's giving. Let me see. Y'all see how I don't want to waste it. It's giving something. It's frothing too. Oh, snap. It's giving. Okay. It's mixing it up good. I don't see. Let me see how it tastes though. Why'd I do that? It's giving. I just need some ice. Don't mind my ashy hands, y'all. It tastes good. I said, let me bring this in the car. It's mixing it up very well. Because, matcha is hard. You can't just shake matcha up. You got to spin it, like, have a certain blend to it for it to dissolve and what you need to dissolve in. But, I just got to do my little practice. And I just hope all is well. Look at me. I got a Starbucks cup right here in this car. That need to go in the garbage. But anyway, I hope all is well with everybody. I had talked to someone this week, and it really hurted my heart to find out some things about what had happened with them. But I'm glad they still here, because you never know who's going through the motions and who's going through things, And you just be praying. Like sometimes, like I don't be all into. I'm not. I pray for people when need be. I pray for people, like, even the ones who be sizing me up. I just pray. I be praying for my family. I be like, when I pray, I say from the youngest in my family line to the old, to the eldest who's still living, because people be going through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got the younger people trying to survive out here. They got children, and then it's hard. And it's like so much is on the mothers most of the time. And then you do have fathers that going through it too, that's out here don't know, children don't come with direction books, instructions. So you just doing the best you can out here. And then the weight of your world, the person was like, man, now I'm living for my children. I said, but make sure you living for yourself too. You know what I'm saying? Because people get lost in knowing who, and trying to, living for others. And they also have to remember to live for themselves, even though you have children. And I know some people probably say, oh, you don't have children, so you wouldn't know. But with that being said, I have nieces and nephews. So I make sure, like, when I'm going low to that level, like, dang, man, I'm sick of this, And then sometimes I got to tighten up, because I be thinking, I think about, I have two nieces and a nephew, but, I love them dearly, but, my heart is all of them. But, sometimes children, now as I got older, I see that certain children have different needs and need more attention than others. So I just be like, man, my mama get too much attention to this child and this, that. That's how we felt. But now I'm understanding why, So I give more attention. I make sure I check up on my niece, or my sister who passed away some years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure I check in on her, make sure she all right, because she's going through some things. And I make sure, I don't know if I told y'all, every time I come in my class, when my classes come into my classroom, I be like, y'all good? How was y'all day? And somebody be like, oh, it's good. And I ask them why and things like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. What happened at work? It was like the week before last. I walked in the hallway. Mind you, I don't have these children. I just be dismissing. Like, I walk my class. We got to walk our class. So when the other people walk in their class, I had this boy say, Miss Gates. He was like, hey, Miss Gates. Hey, Miss Gates. I'm like, hey, boy, what's up? And he was like, one day he said to me, he said, you're an icon, right? I said, what you mean? You know how children just throw you off, be saying things? Then the other girl was like, yeah, you really are an icon, because we need more black teachers at the school. I was like, golly. Because mind you, where I work, just probably about a handful, probably you could count on my hand about eight teachers, maybe. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Let me see. It's me. Dun 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 dun. Shoot, probably about eight or nine. If I'm not mistaken, about 8 or 9 teachers. Do you got one black principal, and that person is leaving. So people have to understand that neighborhoods are changing, places are changing. It's like, if I ever get a job as being like a assistant principal or principal, don't put me just in a black neighborhood, because I work down in Miami with students literally from all over the world. I noticed that when I'm moving here to Georgia, of course it's going to be different. But there's no, like, people don't, I'm just spitting my, excuse me, y'all. But there's, like, really no cultural representation as far as having these children represent who they are and having these different things. And then I know sometimes people are very ignorant of the fact. That's why I'm glad I could relate to all these children who I teach where I'm at. There's a high percentage of, you have Caucasian, and you have Caucasian white, you have African American black, then you have a lot of Latin, but you have people from Russia, you have people from Africa, you have people from from IET. But people have to understand, like, we had this meeting about equity, diversity, and all this. Well, it's not given what needs to be gave. But anyway, what am I gonna say? But people, I was watching this video. I don't remember this young lady's name, but I was watching the YouTube video, and she made something. She said something that makes sense, and I've been saying that for years too. Like these people do these diversified things, and they don't understand if it's me, if it's somebody, if it's all black people. They categorize all black people. So I realized at this meeting that they separated. That they had like one black person at the table, but it was one table and they had two black people or whatever. But some people was feeling uncomfortable. But you know me, I be like, I be shaking my head like, yep, you know what I mean? You know, it is what it is, you feel me? Some people may say, oh, it's not. Growing up, I never paid attention to racism, to be honest, because I grew up, like I said, again, I repeat myself, in Miami, where different cultures, you got people from different backgrounds. I stayed with people from Dominican Republic. I stayed with them on the side of their house while I rented out. They was like, hey, every time they had a party, this is gonna be a long video, but whatever. They had parties. They were like, you want something to get my little plate? You feel me? They be riding out to the 1 to the 2 o'clock in the morning, and that's what I kind of miss about Miami. You know, Saturday or Friday night, you will hear. On your block, you will hear Spanish music on one block, and you will hear Haitian music on the other block, then you will hear Jamaican music on the block. You know, it's just like that. And yeah. So I said all that to say this: the diversity is not diversifying. And let me get back to what I was saying about the young lady. She's a Nigerian. She got dreads. I don't forget her name. If I find out who she is, I'm gonna put it in the video. But anyway, she was saying basically you have put all black people together as one. When in reality, when you put a lot of us together, we're really diversified. Because say for instance, I have all this in my bloodline. Say I'm here in America, but my bloodline, and I have people right now that's living, that's African, different parts of Africa. You got people from the Caribbean. You got people from different parts of the earth, because Africa is really diverse. You know what I'm saying? You got people from Haiti, you got people from Grenada, you got people from the Bahamas, from all of that, from Jamaica, from Dominican Republic, that are black, that look like me with my melanin, and y'all don't consider that diversity. And she made a great point, and I'm glad she pointed that out, because we have to help people to understand what diversity is, not from the westernized mindset. It's so much stuff that this westernized mindset has to be broken down, and people have to educate people on things, because it's ridiculous, and it's like a redundant thing. You're having these meetings, and you having all of this for what? Equity. I'm thinking they talking about, one of my coworkers talking about she's Asian. She's talking about she's in the equity team. They're on the equity team. And when I think of equity, I never heard of all this until now. It's like these so-called popular words now that they have now. So equity, when I think of equity, you know what I think about? I think about equity as in finances. You know what I'm saying? So diversity, I heard of diversity, but you know, it's like sometimes people just write it because it's on paper to look good, but it's not, the action ain't actioning. You feel me what I'm saying? But a lot of times when I'm in the classroom with my children, with my students, and they like, I know a lot of things. I be speaking in Spanish. The boy say, I understand English. I say, you don't understand English, so I need to speak to you in Spanglish for you to get the blues clues. I love my children, but sometimes they be driving me crazy, man. And I ask them, and I teach them about different cultures, you know, because I'm a music teacher. I'm general music, you know. I don't teach like orchestra, band, or anything like that. But even so, as you know, teaching in the school system, I've always taught multicultural things and respect people's cultures, you know. So I just wish that we can do better in the diversity department. It's lonely out here in these streets, though, being the only so-called black teacher, you know, on my side of town, on my side of the school. But students be saying, hey, Miss Gates, from black, white. They were saying hi to me, Latin, Latinos, or whatever the correct category. I'm like, hey. I'm like, you know, I love all the children. I make sure I tell my children, I love you, but I don't like your attitudes, and I don't like how y'all be mean to each other. I don't play that in my classroom. I really don't. I said, we got enough of that outside of these doors. It ain't happening up in here. It ain't happening, Captain. All right, y'all, let me go check my clothes. They should be done by now.